Welcome to today's lesson. So in today's lesson, we're going to tackle four things. Number one is inserting headers, footers, page numbers. Two are the styles. So we have the styles. Number three, finding and replacing. And the last thing we'll tackle is the table of content. So how do you insert a table of content? And this is done automatically. So we'll start with number one, inserting headers, footers, and page numbers. So with number one, we'll be using one menu. So I'll tackle this as one so that we get to know. So in the document, I already have my document open. So I'll simply move to insert menu, or the insert tab under headers and footer category. So we have the three icons. So remember we talked of inserting a header, a footer, and the page number. So we have the three icons appearing here. So number one, how do you insert a header? Simply click on the drop down arrow. Then we'll have the designs appearing, so inbuilt designs that you can choose from. But before I apply this, let me do away with the page color, actually page border. So if you don't know how to do this, please make sure to check our previous lesson and remember to subscribe as I do this. So with the page border, simply click on page borders. uh, then I'm going to select none. Let me do that again. So none. Yeah, so I don't have page border, so that we are able to see when I apply the header or the footer. So in the insert tab under headers and footers category, simply click on headers. Then we have the designs appearing, so I'll simply choose one, and remember they have names. So like choose one there, then I'll give it a title. So maybe let's say today's lesson is lesson 6. So that is the title. That is, you simply close header and footer. So remember, after you key in the content, we have the button, the icon close header and footer. Simply click on it, or alternatively you can also double click in your document or the content. So you simply double click down here onto, so it's going to close header and footer. How do you insert a footer? The same thing, same procedure. Move to insert, move to footer, remember the same category. Simply scroll down, find one footer that you want to apply, uh, just any, choose the footer, and you can edit some content. So maybe I'll key in the Moses. Then remember, if you want to close header and footer, simply close header and footer, or you can double click to close header and footer. So that is how we insert headers and footer. And the same thing will also apply to the page number. Insert tab, headers and footer. Simply click on the page number. After you click on page number, remember you can insert a page number either top of the page, bottom of the page margin, or the current position where you have your cursor. So if you choose top of page, it's going to be applied to the top of page. Remember, you already have a header, so if you choose top of page, it's going to do away with the header. If you use bottom of page, it's also going to do away with the footer. So let me just use bottom of page, and then I'll simply scroll down, find one style that I want to use, maybe this, and then I simply click on it. It's going to be applied. So I'll have page 1, page 2, page 3, and if I scroll down, and the same thing, after insert a header, footer, or a page number, remember to close header and footer by simply clicking on that. So how do you remove the headers and footer or page number? Simply move to insert again. Under header, choose remove header. So you'll note we don't have any header. Under footer, choose remove footer. The page number, also choose remove page number. You'll not have page number. So if you want to apply, insert tab, headers and footer, choose one. There we go. uh, if you're also in the design menu, you don't really have to move back to insert. We also have headers and footers category. So footer, also choose one footer, or maybe if you want to apply page number at the bottom of the page, simply scroll down, find one and apply. Remember to close header and footer. You can also edit the content, uh, or maybe choose a page number format. So in the insert page number, come to format page number, and you can decide which format you want to use. or alternatively you can also double click this, then simply uh, right click on the page number, then format page number. It's also going to give you the same thing. So I'll just do that, move to insert, uh, format page number. So maybe I want to use Roman numbers there, so I'll start at, so this one you simply have Roman 1, Roman 2, and seems it has not been applied, so I'll simply move to layout and do some settings. So there, just give it some seconds. Okay, so I want to apply it to the whole document. Yeah, come to insert page, that is the bottom of page there. So we have Roman 1 here. You can also have formats or continue. So we have the Romans, so Roman 1, Roman 2. We can also have this, so format, continue. Remember the formatting style is that Roman 3, like that. So, and you can continue 4, 5, 6, like that. So you can also format the page numbering. So simply move to format page numbering, choose a style, different style, maybe ABC, start at A, click on OK. You'll have Roman A. So A, like that, and you can apply different formats to your page. That is how you apply page numbering. We'll move to objective number 2, so applying styles. So in the document, so I already have this title, so I'll simply apply a style. Let me just center it. So under home menu, on the home tab, we have these styles. Simply click on that. Then so we have heading 1, heading 2, the title. If it is a title, it is, so I simply choose title. I can give it any color that I want. Then I'll simply center it, bold and underline. So this has title. If you want to apply a different one, simply highlight. Maybe if it is heading 2 or heading 1, simply do that. Increase the size, center, bold, underline if you want to. And if you move your pointer here, you'll note we have this icon to show you that I've applied that. I'll also move to number 2. Maybe apply this heading 1, do the same. So I can also do that. Let me just add uh, another title. So maybe table, do the same, highlight. So this heading 2 or heading 1. I can also apply here, maybe page number, do the same, highlight, apply the title. Now I can also have a subtitle, maybe let's say uh, MS Word lessons. So highlight, I'll give it heading 2, the same thing. I'll also have maybe home tab, home tab, home tab, highlight, do the same. Yeah, so that is how you apply the style. Simply click on the drop down arrow, choose the style that you want. And if you also want to apply it to maybe your paragraph, just highlight, find whatever you want, then simply apply, and there you go. Number 3 is finding and replacing. That is before we move to the last part. So if you want to find, maybe you want to find a word, simply move to home menu. Then we have the editing category. So we have find. Simply click on the icon find. It's going to give you the navigation pane. If you're using 207, then it's going to give you the advanced find. So if you simply click on the drop down arrow, choose advanced find, it's going to give you this. And you can find any word that you want. So for instance, I'll find a word that I'm seeing. So I have document here. So I'll key in document. Then I simply find next. There we go. So it finds that. Click on find next. It's going to find this word, specific word in the document, and the more you continue um, pressing, the more it shows you uh, where this word is. On the same, you can also find and replace. So on the same home, remember we can also use Control F. So you simply press Control F. Remember to move to advanced find for it to give you the find and replace dialog box. So if you want to replace, you simply move to home, then we have replace. So you can also use Control H. So it gives you the find and replace dialog box. So what do you, so the first step is where you key in what do you want to find. So I want to find document, then I want to replace it with what. So let's say maybe I want to replace it with file. So replace with file, and then you simply click on replace all. So it's going to show you that every occurrence of the word document has been replaced, starting with formatting the document. So now we have formatting the file. So that is how you replace. uh, Lastly, we have table of contents. So how do you insert sorry how do you insert a table of content? So we'll be using the reference tab or the reference menu. So simply I'll insert a line, do away with the formatting. So that's where I want to insert my table of content. So simply move to reference, then the first icon in the tables or table of contents, simply click on the table of content and choose the first one, that is automatic. Simply click on it, it's going to insert table of content. So you'll note we have content, formatting the file, MS Word tables, page number, MS Word lesson, and the home tab. And please note all this depends on the style. So remember you have to insert a style. So maybe let's say if I insert another title, let's say test, then I give it a style, that is a subtitle, let's say that is heading 3. So if I come to my table of content here, let me just make sure that I have table of content. I can use page break. There we go. Then I can also give this the name table of content. So there we go. So you simply move to this and then update your table. So I'm only updating the number of the table or the page number. So simply click on OK. You can also update the entire table. So we should include test. So it gives you the page number. So you can also change the page numbering style. So page number, bottom of page, or maybe formatting. So let's say we want to use 1 2 3. Click on OK. So we should have 1 2 3. The same to this. You can also format. So we're using 1 2 3. Continue from previous. So 3 4. So everything. So there we go. So you come update the table, the entire table. You should have number 2. So remember this one. So we have number 2, page number 2 and 3. So that is how you insert your table of content. So remember you have to move to the reference tab or the reference menu. Click on table of content, choose any, either automatic 1 or automatic table 2, and you can do that to all that. Lastly, we'll talk about spelling and grammar. So how do you correct spelling and grammar? So let me just uh, make some changes so that we get uh, something to edit. There we go. So you'll note that we have some errors in the page. So how do you spell or maybe run spelling and grammar? So you can either use F7, you simply press F7, so it gives you the spelling and grammar. Or you can also move to the review menu under the proofing category. You simply click on spelling and grammar, then it's also going to give you the same thing. So I hope you can try this. Let me move to the do the same. So if you're in home, move to review, click on spelling and grammar. So the first so it moves you to where you have the first error. So remember, so here we have this. So if you want to change, you can change. If you want to ignore, simply ignore. So maybe if you want to add some content here, so it's already selected, so simply click here. So this is an error. So maybe we were supposed to have one there. So I resume. So going to move you to the second part. So I can also have, let's say this is supposed to be 2, then I can also resume. So maybe let's say this is a name of a country, you didn't or maybe a name of a person, you don't need to change it, simply ignore, move to the next one. If you also have something else, uh, if you need to change, simply change. If you need to ignore, ignore. If you need to, then you move to this, you'll have some suggestions here, simply move. So this is page, it should be page number, so I'll simply choose page numbers, then I click on change, it moves it to the next part. So this is MS Word, should be lessons, I'll choose one, so MS Word lessons or lesson, then I click on change. Then it moves me here, so I'll also choose from the suggestions, simply choose home, click on change. Next should be test, so you simply choose one, test, click on. Now when you're done applying this, it's going to give you the dialog box telling you that the spelling and grammar check is complete. I can also undo so that you get to see procedure number 2 of maybe performing spelling and grammar. You simply right click on the word that is misspelled, then it's going to give you uh, some options that you can choose from. So if this is page number, so I'll simply choose page number. If I want it to be in uppercase, I think we all know what to do. If you don't know that, please check our video on the fonts category. Then you move to the next one, simply right click, choose the right one, and do the same. You simply right click and then choose the one. You can also have in the status bar we have uh, spelling and grammar. You simply click on it, it gives you the same thing. So if you want to change this, change it. If you want to change this to a different one, change it, and then move to that. If you want to ignore, and it tells you are done applying or maybe um, checking the spelling errors. So thank you very much. Make sure to subscribe and see you in the next lesson.